In talking about ways people can hurt their own case, I wanted to talk about what happens if you have an injury case and before it's resolved, you have another case come up. For example, you've got a car crash case and 6 months later, you have the misfortune of being hit by another person. So now you've got 2 injury claims going at the same time. How can you screw that up? Well, here's the number one way that people do it. And I'm not sure what the motivation is, but after you have your first case, let's assume you hired an attorney to represent you. And months later, you have that second crash. The biggest mistake you can make is not telling your first attorney about it. And hire a second attorney and think that somehow perhaps the one isn't going to find out about the other, but that's not the way it works. Every time somebody files a new personal injury claim with any insurance company, the first thing the insurance companies do is run a database search for all of the claims that person has ever made, and they always find them. So the worst kind of call I can get about a case from an insurance adjuster is, hey, you know our case with your client, Mr. Smith? Well, we just found out he had another crash months later, and we think now we're not having to pay the first case because the second case happened. And why I didn't know about it is very frustrating. So if you hire an attorney to represent you in your first case and have another crash, always, always, always tell your first attorney about it. You've trusted them in the first place with the original case, so continue to trust them with the second case. Thinking somehow that by hiring a second attorney is going to result in a better recovery for you on one or both cases is just flat wrong. It's a huge mistake. So if you've had the bad misfortune of being involved in 2 injury cases, in a short amount of time, always, always let your original attorney know about the second case and trust their advice as to what you should do about it.